Hi everyone, and welcome to my second video newsletter. This will be our last newsletter for the year, so make sure you keep an eye on Norris Road Families for any updates, as well as Facebook and email, just in case there's any last minute changes before the end of the school year. So the end of the school year always brings two things. It brings goodbyes and it brings big welcomes. So what I'd like to do now very quickly is just go through some of the staff that will be leaving us at the end of this year. And the first person I'd like to acknowledge is Nadine Richardson. So Nadine has been here for a number of years and has been one of our stable prep teachers during this time. So Nadine is off to Boondall State School. Joining her at Boondall State School will also be Raya Riel and also Emily Bolton, who will be going there on a cluster transfer. So they'll still be connected to our school, but they're just trying a different context for a little while. The other person who'll be going to Boondall, so they're getting quite a few Norris Road State School teachers, is Esther Douglas, and Esther has been in our inclusion program since term 1, and so she'll be having a permanent transfer along with Nadine to Boondall State School. We also extend a big congratulations to Manny Ament, who not only is having a baby in February next year, but is also transferring much closer to home, and she's off to Morayfield East. We also had Josh Cosgrove, who was a graduate this year at Norris Road, and he is going off to Emerald to start his country service, so we're really excited for him to do that. We also have Ellen Eskill. Now, Ellen is our English as an additional language dialect teacher. Ellen is retiring on the last Friday of this term, on the 10th, after many years and decades as a teacher, both with the department and at our school. And we're very excited for Ellen that she's going off to enjoy some new adventures, and that she's going to be able to move into a really exciting retirement. I know she has lots of plans, so congratulations to Ellen, and it's also a really big goodbye to her as well. Alex Quirk is another teacher, Year 2 teacher. Alex has been here since she was a graduate, and so Alex is also moving to a school much closer to home. Alex has been travelling from the south side for a while, and she's off to Gundale State School, so congratulations to Alex as well. We do have a couple of teachers that aren't going to be here next year, but they are just taking some leave. So Bronwyn Schreiber will be continuing her leave into 2022. Claire McCarrick is due to have a baby any day now, so big congratulations to Claire and to her husband Dylan, who is also on staff, and Claire will be enjoying a year of maternity leave next year. Jazz Stewart will be taking some leave in 2022, so we wish her the very best of luck, and so will Ali Cram, who will be moving to Gympie to be closer to family during this time. So that's a very temporary goodbye to those people, and I'm sure that as their plans pan out, we'll either be welcoming them back or farewelling them off for another adventure as well. So with goodbye, there's always a hello. So we have a number of great staff that we are welcoming back in next year. We are extending our welcome to Jen Thorpe and to Sarah Bayless. Now, they've both been on maternity leave and they're returning to us, so it'll be great to see them back. And we will also be welcoming some brand new staff. So we have Rosemary Keogh, who is from Windsor State School. We have Carly Miller, who's from Morayfield East rather. We've got Lou, who is Lou D, who has a great Portuguese last name that I'm sure he'll enjoy teaching us, and he is from Eaton's Hill. We have Laura Menzies, who's coming to us from Nashville State School, and we also have Hannah Walsh, and Hannah is joining us from Virginia State School. So we're very excited to welcome them to our Norris Road community, and very excited to welcome back our staff, Jen and Sarah, as well. Our class allocations, I know you're probably very excited to find those out. We will be emailing them hopefully out to you by Wednesday, the 8th of November. They will go at the same time as report cards. Just a big warning around that. We are in the process of creating 27 classes. There's a possibility of a 28th class. We don't know who's going to come into our school after the holidays, and so that makes it very hard to predict how to create our classes for 2022. So please be aware that when you get that class allocation, that it is not a permanent class allocation. It's a temporary class allocation until we do our day 8 census. and we're at that stage we'll be able to determine whether we need to move some students around to create some smaller class sizes. So it's really important that when you get that letter that you realise that it's not a permanent placement, it is a temporary placement. It's most likely for most of our kids to be a permanent placement after day 8, but just to manage your kids' anxieties or worries about changing classrooms and your own, just make sure that when you get that letter you explain to kids and remember that things can change after holidays. It'd be lovely if they didn't, but unfortunately, as certainly the last 2 years of COVID have let us know, is that change is inevitable and it will happen. And what I can assure you, after several years of creating an additional class and sometimes even collapsing a class at many schools, is that kids do adjust really, really, really quickly. And by the end of term 1, they forgot they were even in another class. So kids will get through it, we'll all get through it, and we'll make the change hopefully as minimal and as painless as possible for everyone. So just look out for that letter on Wednesday, the 8th of December. I just wanted to extend a big thank you to the parents who came along to our prep orientation days, a big thank you to our staff, to our, both our classroom and our inclusion teachers, to also to Sean Holmes and Annette Gallagher, who ran 4 orientation mornings as well, to our partners at the Brackenridge Library. A big thank you for running those 4 days. It's really great to have the opportunity for our students to come in, being part of a class, for teachers to get to know them. We're able to take some observations during that time so that we can create really balanced classes for those prep students as well. Now, if you do have a little one at home and they do turn 5 by June 30, 2022, you can still enroll them into prep. So the earlier we have those numbers, the better we can make those classes and more accurately. So please, if you haven't enrolled your little preppy at home yet, or you know your neighbour hasn't, or the person down the street, just make sure that you ask them to come into our office or give us a call, or we'll email out the enrolment form so we can get that in as soon as possible and get your prep interview done. It is only 2 weeks of school left, and things get hectic during that time and very busy, and we're shoving a lot of events and things in, so please just make sure that if you do require an interview that you let us know ASAP. So that's it from me this week. I would like to extend a really big thank you. It has been an enormous 6 months here. I still feel like I'm learning the ropes a lot, and but I am starting to get my head around the school. I'd really like to thank the staff, the students, for making me feel so welcome this year. I'm really proud to be part of this community, and I'm really proud to lead this school, and it's been great to continue to work within the Brackenridge community in its larger form as well. So we want to wish you all a very, very safe Christmas and relaxing holiday. It looks like it's going to be a wet one. We want everyone to come back in one piece after the holiday, so please stay safe, and I look forward to welcoming the whole community back in January. So make sure you keep an eye on Facebook, Norris Road Youth Families, for any updates. You email. If you're not getting emails from us, make sure you check your junk mail. And if you're concerned about any communication missing at any time, please just send an email through to our lovely office staff or give them a call, and we'll make sure that you're kept up to date. All right, thanks everyone. Bye.